Hello, everybody. Tagging. My goodness. Oh, how did all these people get here? I don't even... My glory, they're not the ones I usually do. Ew. How did that happen? Now, I don't like this. Oh, my. Wrong people. I don't even know who they are. My goodness. Ew. Oh, my. They're not even the people that I usually have on my list at all. How do I... Okay. Oh, stop it. No. This is very difficult. Some of you people are going to wonder, whatever am I doing? Is Helen Douglas doing, tagging me? Well, you're just there. Oh, my. I'm sorry. You can tell me if you don't want me to do this. You can write me a nasty note saying, Helen, don't tag me. I'm getting some of the people I know that I usually send this to. Hey. Oh, my. You know, all it does is gives me first names, and I could be just anybody. When I just did maybe that was Colleen Doucette. I couldn't say. I've done enough. damage. Hi, Jackie. Lois is here. See, I never got you. I never saw your name, Nancy. And Jackie, you're all here. Oh, my. What a mess. Okay. See if I can get you over here. Let me see. Ew, she's leaning sideways. Let's see if I get in the frame. Well, I guess I'm okay. Close enough. How do you like this? Isn't this pretty? Something I made today. Anyway, I turn you around so you can see I'm really here. And you know what? This thing could fall right over us. Done it before. And I'm keeping it on this strange little stand with a rubber band. Subject tonight is panic attacks. That's going to be what I address anyway. Okay. I've got my laptop down here, as you probably know. Sorry about this. Okay, I got right in your face, didn't I? You know what, don't you? I just invited somebody I wanted to be sure knew that I was on. And I had to do that. Names did not come up the way they usually do. Strangest names came up for me to tag. And and they're just not people I've ever invited before, and they're just gonna die seeing me on their timeline. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna start out with a little meditation. I want you all to get comfortable. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. That takes you to the right place, called the field of love. I want you in the spirit world when we do this stuff. It's a good place to be. Remember, you're going to be asking for anything you want, and you ask your God, higher power, the universe, whatever. There's got to be something higher than you that you ask. Well, maybe, I believe you're a God, so you can ask yourself. I don't care what you do, your higher self. Close your eyes and try to meditate. Okay, I'm going to turn you around if it's possible, if I can find myself here. You see my little Christmas tree? Okay, I want you to feel your feet. And the weight of your feet. Your calves of your legs. Relax. Your thighs. Feel the weight of your whole legs, both legs. Your buttocks, the weight. Relax. Breathe. I want you to feel your back, your whole back. Relax. Feel how heavy it is. Your shoulders. And your arms, your whole body should be relaxed, heavy. Feel your head join in. This whole relaxed body. I'm starting out by bringing out your negative emotions that you've gathered up for the past few days. You can gather up a few just in an hour, especially if you had a bad storm. I'm pulling out fear and grief, anger, depression, helplessness, the feeling of being less than, discord, hate, limitations, loneliness, anxiety. That speaks to that panic attacks we're going to be addressing. Worry, pulling out stress, hopelessness. Now I'm sweeping them all off into the psychic garbage can. Now I'm replacing them with fun. It has to take place of anger. Let's have some fun, laughter, sending you power, abundance, harmony, clarity, love, possibilities, knowledge, friendships, calmness, wisdom, confidence, and trust. Now I'm sealing that all in there for you. We got that mental and emotional. We want to get rid of that before we do anything else. We can do some physical healing. We can do a lot of things once we've gotten rid of the emotional business baggage. Okay, we're back. I'm doing this because we're going to talk about panic attacks. I have this suspicion there's going to be a lot of panic attacks around. I understand there's a lot of COVID in the community. I could be wrong. Makes no difference. People, can be listening to me from places besides here. But in your community, there probably is too. And I hope that you encourage people that have had or are having the COVID to watch these. Just one of these, especially this one, because because I have found. I'm going to tell you about panic attacks. I have found that a lot of people, most people who have panic attacks, have had some kind of underlying illness previously. Not always, but usually, people that have Lyme's disease, they'll get panic attacks. They'll get anxiety. I had a panic attack when this is the reason I'm talking about panic attacks, because of experience. I had a panic attack when I was really young after I was in a car accident. It took me years to put this one together, and then I started having them again as an adult after I had one of my cesarean sections. I did not know, I didn't put that all together until later. My panic attacks were really, really bad because, in the first place, I was scared to tell anybody about them when I was young. My mother was the sort of person probably put you in an insane asylum. She thought if you were having panic attacks, so I didn't dare to tell her anything. And so it was a fear thing. It was fear. I was more afraid of fear than I was of anything, because I just felt like I was going crazy. And the thing that I had when I had panic attacks, I had these rushes. Not a positive rush, but a negative rush. It just scared the wits right out of me. And any of you that's ever had that, you know what I'm talking about. And so after I had one of my cesarean sections, I also had it. and I had the same sort of thing, and I was like absolutely wild. It was like my third child. I had four, and I think I was pregnant for my, no, I had three, and I think I was pregnant for my fourth. And I actually went to my obstetrician to find out what to do, and he sent me right off to a psychologist. It scared him more than it did me. And anyway, she sort of put me on a good path. And what I learned that I was doing, one of the things I learned I was doing, not necessarily from her, but because of what she got me to do, was to focus my attention out away from myself. What I was doing is my attention was focused on myself. It was like headlights in my eyes, not being able to see in front of me. So I learned to turn my focus around. This is the little tips I'm giving you in case you're having them. What I learned to do, I finally got it so it was better, but I always had that sort of nagging fear of fear, and it could come back on me. So what I finally learned to do, and I'm telling you this for a reason, which I think is very interesting. What happened is one day I decided, out of desperation, by the way, I decided that I had two personalities. That's what it is. I was going to have two personalities, one that was afraid and one that wasn't afraid. I had this one was afraid all the time. I had this one didn't have any fear at all. So I decided, well, I'm not going to be the one that's afraid all the time. I'm going to be the one that's not afraid all the time. And that actually worked. And there's a reason I'm telling you this. I just can't believe I did that. And I don't know where it came from. But that is what I tell people to do all the time, because I was living in the world of fear when I had all that fear. And when I decided I wasn't going to be fearful, I went into the world of love that I talk about, And so therefore I just stayed there all the time, because that was the only safe place there was for me. The fear button didn't work at all. So I thought, I told that maybe you learned something from it, maybe you didn't. I learned something actually when I thought about doing that tonight for panic attacks. So anyway, so I think people have this suspicion that people that have had COVID, it isn't that easy sometimes to get over. They might be having panic attacks, not understand why. So if you know anybody that's having them, be sure to tell them to watch this particular segment. It's always out here on my page if you want to share it with anybody. Okay, that is your lesson on panic attacks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you and hold you in my arms because I have all this sympathy. No, I'm going to put my hands on top of your head. This is where all the mental and emotional is. I'm going to put my hands on top of your head, and I'll leave them there for a little while. I'm going to turn you around until I feel like, and you just, you know what to do. You make your intentions and put your hand on your heart. Okay, I think this turns me around. Yeah. Okay, I think I need to do this a little bit better. There you are. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes. Make your intention. And if you have, any kind of fear issues, you can use this, anything. It's emotional. Okay, I have my hand on top of your crown. Both hands. Take a deep breath. Relax. Okay, that is finished. I'm bringing you back. And there's a reason for that, because I'm going to do this whole body thing. And anyone that happens to be new, you need to have some idea of the way I'm doing it. I'm going to start out, but this is for anybody that, any part of the body. I'm doing the whole body. And you might have something wrong with your shoulder, and somebody else has something wrong with their knee or their stomach or something, their brain. And so I do the whole body. I do everything the same every week. If I didn't, I'd get lost. I have it all written down in front of me in case I get lost. And the only reason you come back is because you want to be here live, because you can always watch these on tape after I've finished. They'll be here. They're just as good, because in the field of love, or that spirit field we're talking about, there is no such thing as time. There's no such thing as distance or space. That's how come I can do distance healing, because you're right here with me. Okay? There's no such thing as time. So that's why these healings, because you're in the spirit world when you're getting them. You need to go there. Always put your hand on your heart. Oh, you'll get them anyway, because my daughter, I send them to her when she's off in Bangor or something. She doesn't even know it. She gets the healing. But she's always open to it. And by the way, if you're not open to it, you're not so quickly going to get the benefits. Or if you have too many mental and emotional issues that I haven't been able to get out, there's an awful lot of that going on. After a while, this stuff works better if you keep trying it, keep coming back. And every time I probably tell you something that I haven't told you before, so there might be something to learn. So that is one of the reasons that you come back, if that's the reason I would come back. All right, so anyway, we're going to start with the crown, and I do this, put my hand over the top of your head, and I go right down. This is, the crown is a chakra or an energy center, and that's where we have that entry into the universe. And then we go to this one, the forehead, that's the third eye. That's where you have clairvoyance and ESP, that sort of thing. And then I go right down past your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your chin, and to your throat. That's the chakra or an energy center. I always say that's where you speak your truth. And then I go down your whole body, and I'll tell you where I am as I do. All right, and I'll try to remember to tell you what these energy centers are all about. But I don't like you to look at me, because it can be distracting. Because when I'm doing it very often, my head jerks all over the place, and that would distract anybody. All right, you're back. Back to my windows. Okay. Have my hand on top of your head. I'm going down to your forehead, your third eye. Doing this to myself. When I'm doing it to me, I'm doing it to you. I'm going down to your eyes, your nose. This is just a scan. When you're doing distance healing, you can do it fast. Your mouth, your chin, your throat. That's an energy center where you speak your truth. Now I'm going down. Right below there is something called the thymus. That's an emotional place. Sometimes you let out a sigh when I get there. If really anxious, you might fall over. My daughter did. Okay. I'm going down to the heart. It isn't just the heart. Anything in that area that you may have difficulty with. It includes your breast, your lungs, all sorts of things, and it goes right through your body. Focus on there if you have any difficulty in that area. And ask, and this is when you ask. You ask for healing. We're going down below. We're going down to the solar plexus. That's next. That's right above the navel. That's where you have your will. Below the navel is the sacral. That's your sexual energy, let me tell you. Well, and these are energy centers. The next one is the root. That's an energy center. Your genitals. That's where the root is where you're connected to the earth. That's the energy, the end of the energy centers of the chakras. We're going down. I got my hands on both thighs. My left hand's on your left thigh, and my right hand's on your right thigh. If you have any difficulty in that area, I'm going down. I'm slowly going down to the knees. If you have knee problems, focus and ask. Now down to the calves. Going right down the leg to your ankles. The heels. I'm going down the back of your leg, the heels. And the bottom of your feet. And your toes. Now I'm taking you back up, turning you around, and I'm doing the back of you, and I'm putting my hands on your hip, my left hand on your left hip, my right hand on your right hip, right, left, right. I have my thumbs, I'm going over Those are your hips. If you have trouble with your hips, focus there. Going over with my thumbs on the bottom of your spine, and my palms are stretched out, going up your back, and I can make your back any size I want, and I can get your whole back as I go up your back. And going up, down at the small of the back, back. Going up, getting up by the rib cage, up to your shoulder blades, fanning out. Getting all that shoulder blade going up on your shoulders. I got my hands folded over your shoulders, and I'm going from the center out to the rotator cuffs on both rotator cuffs. I got my left hand on your left rotator cuff, my right hand on your right. Going down your arms, down to the elbows. I'm cradling your elbows. Going down to your wrists. Palms of your hands, your fingers. Now I'm taking my hands back up to the bottom of your neck and working up your head, getting to your ear level. I'm putting my left hand on your left ear and my right hand on your right ear. If anybody has any kind of hearing deficit, tinnitus, earaches, anything in between. Okay, now I'm putting my right hand on top of your head. I'm finished. I did the whole circle. Now what we do, all of us, we give thanks to our God, our higher power, our angels and archangels and spirit guides that get in on this. Then we let go and let God. Now, as I said, make no promises. I have my list of people I heal. Every time I do this, starting with Oma, Beth, Connie, Missy, Stacy, Charlie, Buddy, Linda, Benji, Silas, Sandy, Harry, Jamie, Kit, John, Ginny and Levi, Henry, Eric, Rhonda, Gail, Peter, Matt, Jeannie, Nancy, from Florida, Jeannie, or Jean, W-H, and Joey, W. That's it. Okay. I feel like I need to turn you back around just so you can see that I'm not a recording. All right. I should pick you up and bring you over here so I can read. But I'm not going to have you look at me while I do this. I don't like that. I don't like you looking at me. I want to see if anybody, Jackie, okay. See if anybody has written anything. I cannot see. Nancy Robbins, okay. Yeah, if there's anything going on, I can't tell. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to go to my Facebook page to see if I can find this on here. I doubt it very much. Sometimes I do. And then I don't see me. Maybe I have to refresh the page or something to see if I'm up. If I'm on here, I don't know where it is. Something just happened. I'm not sure I've got the internet. I hope I do. I don't see anything. I said, ooh. That's it. Eric, I see you're here. Judy Fuller is here.
That's it.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Eric, I see you're here.
Uh, Hi, Roberta. I see you're here. Your voice is so soothing. Isn't that nice to know? Immediate relaxation. Good. I'm glad to know that. See, I can't tell that from looking up here. Jackie said hi, Helen. Lois, I wondered if you were here. Hi, Helen and everybody. Oh, stop it. I'm talking to, something wants to copy. I hate putting my face down like this and have you being able to see me. I'm going to turn you around so you can't see me doing this. All right. Jackie said it relaxes her puppies. I love it. Okay, you all. I'm going to call this quits. I think it's time I did. Time is it? Oh, it's almost 8:30. Hey, thanks for coming. And keep coming back.